Hey YouTube, it's Sean, Griffin RC Planes. This is my Avios King Twin 1700 main wing section. And I recently just did some repairs for the wing tips that click on there. And before I cover this with my clear coat polyacrylic, I wanted to take the cowls off, at least one, and just show you guys how the motors are bolted up and what the motors look like. You know, the prop adapter is quite cheap looking to me. So I just want to investigate that and be something for us to do. It's winter time, we can't fly a whole lot, but we can make some videos and take some things apart. So I say we get set up and take this cowl off. Also, real quick, for those of you that have been following along with my journey of taking care of my mom on August of last year, I got the phone call that I guess sons get, obviously, and it was, hey, my husband passed away, and I need to come live with you. So headed to California, packed up my mom, sold her house. Now she's back here with me in Middle Tennessee. She has Parkinson's and another condition called vertigo, and so there's a lot with that. I'm telling you, a lot. And I got her moved into an assisted living facility, and we made it to October 20th, and I got the phone call that she fell and broke her hip. So since October 20th until January 5th, we've been in hospitals and then rehab facilities, and yesterday I took her back to her place, to the assisted living place. So now she's back where she lives, but she couldn't take both of her dogs due to liability. Astro is a service dog with papers and all that stuff, and Ginger's going to live with me. Here, take a look at her real quick. So this is Ginger. This is Mom's oldest dog that I've now inherited. She's able to take her younger, bigger dog back to the assisted living place, but this one can't go. Just too much of a trip hazard and liability. So we've got a new family member. Jin here is about 18 years old and healthy as can be, believe it or not. So she's going to have a good life here at Griffin RC Planes headquarters. So she's about half blind and half deaf, and she's happy though. Say, hey, Jin. All right. Yeah. I wasn't in the market for another dog, but I got a heart for animals, and so she's gonna spend the rest of her days with us, and she's not too bad. She barks a little bit, but we're working on all that. So hey, let's take one of these cowls off and just see what's behind it. If you want to win a jet like this, all you have to do is subscribe. Click the like button and leave a comment. And then ring the bell so you don't miss my next video. At 1,000 subscribers, we gave this jet away. At 5,000, we're going to give another one. I don't know what it is yet. We'll see when that time comes. So hey, subscribe, guys. Happy flying. So this will be the left engine, we'll call it, in the brushless motor in here. I once mentioned that I'd like to get the smart speed control that goes in that new E-Flight Beechcraft. That way, that's a dual 40 amp smart avian speed control. That way I could do thrust reverse and plus have the telemetry and, you know, just part of the fun of hobbying and fiddling, right? But with these motors and this little tiny prop adapter, there's no way this thing can handle the reverse thrust. Plus, the first time you bump this or something, this little thing's gonna bend. Take a look at this. This is very, very, very cheap, and this thing is kind of hard to put on a stand too. See that little? This is a I don't even know what size that is. A 2 millimeter. I mean, that is small. And other motors, the prop adapter bolts to the front of the motor. This one's got a threaded a threaded shaft coming out of it like that.
and then a little a little hex kind of built into it also to grab the back of the spinner. That's just something. Anyways, looks like these screws hold on these decorations. There's some other screws back here. We need to get a hobby knife and gently cut right around the difference between the plastic and then the foam, because the decals are coming across and kind of holding it together. So I'm going to get a hobby knife and we'll cut it real nice and clean, and then we'll figure out how to pull this cowling off of it. And there's really not an easy way to put this on a stand. Need to have it up kind of like this somehow. Let me get creative. Hang tight. Okay, so we've got it's set up better on the stand now, but this white and silver stripe is the decal that is going right across the cowling. You can see that it's plastic from here to here and then foam. And that decal goes across both sides of it there. Oh, Jin's down here checking me out. Trying to make sure that, yep, it's paint. So I'm just going to do that number like that. And then I'm going to do the other side. I think I'm going to take it off of that stand for a second. I guess that paint is just really thick because, yeah, it's just thick. Like that. And then here's one of the screws too. So I say I just take the screws loose, and then we'll see where it's where the decal really needs to be cut. There's one. And the other one right here. It's hidden halfway under the decal. No more screws on the bottom. Alright, so I got both of the screws out. I think these are just for the decorations for these things. We're about to find out. Just kind of squeezing it to see if I can get it to free up. Maybe these screws do something. Let's take them loose. I believe they do hold something. Yeah, because that thing's, the exhaust pipe is fairly firm, so attaches to something back there. Well, this exhaust pipe's kind of loose. Alright, so all that is loose. coming. There we go. All right. Let's get her flipped back around here. Not exactly the easiest thing to put on a stand. Kind of a decent sized motor right there. Let's see, it's called an Aerostar 3748. Let's measure that. Hang on. Alright, the Aerostar 3748 820 kV. 3748. Also, the screws in the exhaust pipe, they only hold the exhaust pipes. So I put them back in real quick. That way I've only got to keep up with the two screws that held it on the side there. So we got a micrometer, 3748, 37, and then 48. I zeroed it again. Zeroed it again. Have to measure all the way back to in here, which is kind of tough because the foam. That's 48 on my micrometer right there. So it's measuring all the way to right there to the back of the motor. 48. So, if you ever wondered how some of the brushless motors are sized, 3748 is written on it. 37 wide, 48 long millimeters. Some motors go by the internal measurements of the stator, the windings inside, but this one is measured by the outside. 3748. Look how rusty the screws are. Interesting. I'm just going to make sure they're tight since I'm here. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. We don't know about the very back. Feels good. As rusty as they are, I don't think they're coming out. But see how this little shaft right here, that is just so cheap. And it's got a grub screw pushing in on it. I just got a light. Curious to see if this piece of all thread right here was part of the main shaft coming through the center of it somehow, but from what I can tell on the outside, it doesn't look like it. So anyways, so there you go. That's the motor, or one of them, on the Avios King Twin 1700 millimeter, which is a cool looking plane. It really is.
Alright guys, hey, that's all I got for this one. I hope that maybe entertained a few of you or helped a few of you out. You just never know. So, hey, subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. Click the like button. And ring the notification bell if you haven't already. That really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And that's the best way to support what I do. So, if you get anything out of what I do, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. That goes a long, long, long ways. So, all right, guys. Hey, once again, thank you so much. And until next time, you'll see me here. Yep. There goes Ginger. Adios.